にちは、皆さん。Ms.P です。Hello everyone, I'm Ms.P. Today I'm going to teach you integration, level 5. Actually, I'm going to teach you repeated definite integration today. Here's the problem. Integral from 0 to pi of x times sine of x all over 1 plus cosine squared x dx. So first of all, this is repeated integration. So we want to make this I is equal to I. Okay? This is the point. And next step, we want to simplify this complicated product by using U substitution. So let's do, let U is equal to pi minus x. This is the point, okay? So we're going to take derivative of this, du is equal to minus dx. And then next, we're going to change sine of x with respect to u. So sine of x is equal to, so x is equal to pi minus u. So sine of pi minus u is equal to sine of u. Okay? So next one, cosine x. Cosine of x is equal to cosine of pi minus u is equal to negative cosine of u. Okay? So now we can replace everything here. So it's equal to integral. So bounds are going to be different with respect to u. So lower limit 0, pi minus 0, which is pi. So upper limit pi, pi minus pi, which is 0. And then x is pi minus u, parentheses, pi minus u times sine of x is sine of u times sine of u all over 1 plus cosine of x is negative cosine of u. So parentheses, negative cosine of u squared. And the dx is, we can change the sign. Dx is minus du, so we can multiply by negative 1 du. So next step, we have a negative 1, so we can swap the bounds. Okay? So is equal to integral from 0 to pi of parentheses pi minus u times sine of u all over 1 plus negative cosine u squared is positive cosine squared u and du. And next step, we're gonna multiply pi minus u and sine of u by using distributive property. So let's do is equal to integral from 0 to pi and pi times sine of u all over 1 plus cosine squared of u du. And next, negative u times sine of u. So I'm going to bring negative sign in front of integral. So minus integral from 0 to pi of u times sine of u all over 1 plus cosine squared of u du. So now we can take a look at this integration. So this and this integration and this integration are actually equivalent. They are just different variables, x and u. Same calculation. That is why the value of this integration and this integration are equivalent. Okay? So, I'm going to say this is equal to I. Okay? So, now, the point is we want to move negative I, minus I, negative I to the left side. So, this is I, positive I. And then when we move negative I, negative will be positive. So, I plus I, which is 2I. Okay, so 2I, it's going to be 2I. So 2I is equal to this integration. Integral from 0 to pi of pi times sine of u all over 1 plus cosine squared u du. Okay? So, next step, we want to divide both sides by 2 because we want to make this just single I. Okay? So, divide by 2. It's going to be, this is going to be 1/2. And then, this and this will be gone. So, I is equal to 1/2 integral from 0 to pi of pi times sine of u all over 1 plus cosine squared u du. So, next step, we wanna use u substitution. However, we already use u, so instead of u, we're going to use b. Let's use v. So, let v is equal to cosine u. And now, take derivative of this. dv is equal to minus sine of u du. Okay? So, now we're going to move over here. Let's move here. Is equal to 1/2. 1/2. And then, bound's going to be different because now we have a v. So, we have to change bounds with respect to v. So, lower limit 0, cosine of 0, which is integral from 1. And the pi, upper limit pi, cosine of pi is negative 1. Okay? And then, next one. So, pi and then sine u du. We can change the sign here. Negative and positive. Sine u du is negative dv. So negative dv. So we can change. We can swap. We can swap the bounds. So this and this. We can swap negative 1 and 1 from negative 1 and 1. And the pi dv all over 1 plus cosine u is v, so v squared. And then next step is equal to, we're going to bring a pi in front of here. Pi over 2 integral from negative 1 to 1 and 1 over 1 plus v squared dv. So, now 1 over 1 plus v squared, we have to integrate. This is arc tangent v. So, let's see, is equal to pi over 2 integral of 1 over 1 plus v squared is arc tangent V. And then boundaries are -1 from -1 to 1. And then we are gonna plug 1 and -1 into V, okay? So is equal to pi over 2 arctangent of 1 is pi over 4. Okay? And then arctangent subtract. And the arc, we're going to plug -1 into V. So arctangent of -1 is minus -pi over 4. So this is negative and negative. It's going to be positive. So final answer, this is going to be pi over 2 times pi over 2. And final answer is pi squared over 4. This is final answer, okay? Pi squared over 4. This is it. So, how was today's lesson? I hope today's lesson was very helpful. So, see you next Wednesday. Have a nice day. Bye. Nora, are you full? Are you full, Nora? Hi, Nora. Are you full? Are you full, honey? You're relaxing.